Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm doing the 10 essential colouring supplies tag. This tag was created by the Colouring Diva here on YouTube, and her channel will be in the description below, along with the lovely lady that tagged me, which is jamiescoloringlove here on YouTube. So essentially this tag video is very clear. It's to pick your 10 essential colouring supplies, so those things that you just have to have, that you could not colour without. Before we get started, I'd like to tag my chosen channels. I'm going to tag Spiceycatcolors, Elmcolors and Colouring with Pattern Wilson. So of course, as always guys, if you don't want to do the tag video, that's absolutely fine. Nothing's enforced, and if you haven't been tagged and really do want to tag the video, then I leave this tag open to you, and everybody is always welcome to join. So let's see, we'll just start. I don't think it's going to be a very long video, so a nice easy one. I like to do Jade Summer grayscale books. When I relax, that's kind of my book of choice for the most part, other than the white line books and colour by number, and I have a lot of them, and I really enjoy how simple the pages are and how well they turn out. But I use in those books alcohol markers, and the couple of sets that I started with was the Ohuhu and the Lemoshe. I don't really blend with my markers, so it obviously isn't a big deal to me that it's just the fine and chisel tips. They're not brushes, they're relatively more inexpensive versions of the alcohol markers, and I find them to work absolutely fine and would have no problem repurchasing these. But I absolutely have to have some alcohol markers to hand for colouring in my Jade Summer books. These are of course in no order of relevance, because obviously some of these items are much more important than others. My second item is, and these aren't about the brands, these are just for props. I am a pencil fan. If I'm colouring, shall we call a proper page, so a more art page, there's not a colour by number, it's not a mandala, and it's not one of my Jade Summers, it's you know, like a Christine Caron or a Joanna Basford or Clara Markova. I love pencils and have to have apparently a billion different sets of them. I'm pretty sure I'm collecting them all. I think that's what's happening. I seem to want all the pencil brands that are out there. So I absolutely adore pencils, and my current kind of fascination is, of course, like many people, the Brute Funa squares. The one thing, I'm not a big Stickles fan, to be honest. I like them, I always forget to use them, and I don't use a lot of pearl drops or glitter paste or things like that. But what I really do like, and I use a lot, is if I've got eyes. So eyes on my Jade Summer pages always have Ranger glossy accents over them. You know, if I've done glass, then this goes over the top, and it is just a clear dimensional medium that gives your page a glossy top coat. Little small nibbed bottle, just for easy application. I always squeeze out a little bit first to one side to get rid of the little airdrop you inevitably get, so that you get a smooth application of this, and then just keep the pressure on until you're done, so you don't pop any air back into your page and you get a really smooth layer. This is the small bottle, and I've had it for a few months now and it's still over half full, so I really like this and will repurchase. when I'm done. Item number 4 is of course my beloved Teagle pencil sharpener. I always have this on the shortest setting. It makes my pencils last longer and they work wonderfully well. I've had this a few months now and haven't had to replace it yet, but I do have spares ready. And you just empty the back compartment out of it. I'll be honest, it's not a good travel pencil sharpener. Although it does close, it is messy. Your bits get everywhere. So I always tend to, if I'm going anywhere with it, empty it out. It'll end up all over your pencil case. So just empty the compartment before you actually put it back into your pencil supplies and you will not have a problem with this. You get a lovely nice short point, or if you prefer it goes all the way up 5 settings and you will get a nice long point. I just keep it on the shortest setting. I like to not see my pencils disappear, even my cheap ones, to be honest. I've other than my square that won't fit, I've got a little cheapy bigger size one. I use this for everything else and love it. So item number 5 is of course my electric eraser. I bought this not long after I started colouring and I'm not sure I've actually had to change the battery. It is obviously battery operated. It lasts forever. You just press it to make it work and you replace the little rubber ends. You get a bag full of these for relatively cheap on Amazon, and I'm not even had to buy a second bag yet. Works really well, gets in all those little spaces. Very pleased, very happy with it, use it a lot, would not. I don't think the brand's really the issue, it's more because there's a few different versions of these and they all seem to be very good. Different brands, different shapes. You can get little square flat ones of these that are supposed to be very good. It's more to do with it being that little electric point. I don't really think it matters so much which version you buy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So number 6 is of course some kind of artist brush for brushing off the pencil dust from my page so that I don't put my fingers in it and ruin my creation. I don't think it really matters as long as it's a soft brush. People use big makeup brushes. I just have had this brush handy since I started and just continue to use that one. It doesn't bother me that it's small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep losing count. Number 7, gel pens. For white line drawings and mandalas and white accents or black glaze accents to your page, these are an absolute must for me for colouring and I could not be without. My favourite of course are the Pentel Jewel Metallics. I really like the black glaze pen. I have a few different versions of white gel pens, and then of course I do have and do really like the Jelly Roll Stardust, and then I have a multitude of very cheap glitter gel pens that work absolutely fine for all of my needs, and I am a big gel pen, especially glitter gel pen fan. Just have to stop buying them. So 4, 5, 6, 7 I believe it was. So number 8 is the paper pieces that I choose. I'm a cheat slightly, I'm going to put both. So I always have paper under my pages for when I'm colouring, and I always have little paper notes for marking my pages. I'm hoping to swap these for either note cards or bookmarks, so that I use them until they're absolutely dead, so I reuse and reuse them, but I'm just not keen on you could use something that you can just constantly put back into the page, so I'm using these up and hoping to find a version like that. So then number 9 is my glove. I don't colour with this on camera, but when I'm usually colouring I will normally have this, especially as I am left-handed and we do tend to be messier and lean into our work more, I've found. So I do just have a glove so I'm not rubbing my work around with my hand and smudging everything. And then my final item is really weird. It's not an actual colouring item, but for me it is a colouring supply, and I will share this with you guys, the things we tell. So I have always had, obviously, a writer's bump. I hold my pen, I'm left-handed, I lean my pen on my second knuckle and I grip my pen with a fiery death grip. And over time what happens is essentially a corn on your finger where the skin hardens over the bone to protect itself, and you get all this extra skin over the top there, and it creates this really attractive bump, and it does actually get quite sore when you're colouring and pressing. So I obviously never on camera, but when I'm colouring I place a corn plaster over my writer's bump and place my pencil over the top to give my finger relief. It should come to you as no surprise that I've managed to find a way to continue colouring rather than just give it a rest. And this is probably one of my most essential colouring supplies. At times I probably could not colour without one. So not your usual. I'm pretty sure I won't be seeing this supply on anyone else's list, and I probably should have kept this supply to myself, but you know, we share these things, don't we? And yeah, this is definitely useful for me, and I will continue to repurchase foam cushions for my very lovely writer's bump. That, guys, has been my 10 essential colouring supplies. So as I say, I have tagged, who did I tag? Oh yeah, Colouring with Pat and Wilson, Elmcolors and Spiceycatcolors. Of course, only do the tag if you want to. They're supposed to be fun. They're not, you know, compulsory annoyances. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like the video for me. It helps my channel. And do subscribe if you're not subscribed and you're enjoying the videos. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.